It's so nice to see you. Thank you so much for coming. What we're going to do today is we're going to go through a little bit of consultation. I just want to find out a little bit more about you, so your lifestyle, your habits, where you're at with your training, how you feel on a daily basis, all those sort of things. It's going to be very informal. It's just a nice chat. Don't be worrying or stressing about me asking you loads of questions. We'll just see how the conversation goes, and then we can go from there, and then we'll kind of get into a little bit of a few exercises and a few bits, okay? If you have any questions along the way, just ask me, stop me. There's no pressure or anything like that. I just want it to be, if you feel as comfortable as you possibly can.
Sounds good.
Okay, amazing. So first of all, what brings you here?
I think I want a bit more structure in my training, and also I want to stay healthy for as long as I can, and because right now I have twin girls who are 4, so time is a little bit challenging to manage, so I just kind of want something that is kind of easy and something I can stay consistent with.
Okay, amazing. What are your twins' names?
So they're Mia and Lucy.
So cute. So I'm sure they have a lot of energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like the thing is, I suppose, when you see, and I've seen loads of people and they have kids, and there's a lot of kind of moving around and shifting and lifting and bending over and all that sort of, those kind of patterns that we actually do in the gym. So those, like, if you're unsure, the squat, pull, push, hinge, and loads of core. So all of those things in your daily life are revolved around the kids as well. So I think just straight away that could be something that we could look at working out. And like, what's your daily life? Like, give me a day in the life of Ariel.
Yeah, I think my life is quite sedentary. So if it's a working day, I probably sit at my desk for definitely 7 hours of the day. And once I get, the issue with me is once I get into the office, I just want to get things done because I also need to go home and pick up the girls. So once I sit down, I rarely ever leave the desk, except for when I maybe go for lunch. So
you're in the flow state.
Yeah. So my steps, my step count for the day, if I'm in the office, is very poor. Sometimes it could be 3,000 for the entire day. I can't find one because I know that I need to kind of make up the time that I need to do certain things. I need to pick the girls up, so I need to leave a little bit early. So I try not to kind of waste too much time for going for walks and things like that. So that's pretty much my day. So get up in the morning.
Yeah.
And
what's your kind of wake up time?
If I'm going to the gym, I wake up at 5:30.
Wow.
And if I'm not, I wake up at 6.
Okay.
So morning is very busy. The moment that I wake up, it's just go, go, go. There's not really time to kind of relax, sit down, drink your coffee. You just like, you get up and then, you get up and you start preparing like my own breakfast, my own lunch, and then lunches and snacks for everybody else. And then I go to the gym or I get the girls ready.
Yeah.
And then so it's all very chaotic in the morning until the moment that I leave to catch the bus to work.
Yeah.
And then I get into work and then sit for 7 hours, get up, catch the bus, go home, and collect the girls, and then dinner time, cook dinner, and then sleep routine for the girls. And I think by maybe 7:30 is the time that I can kind of wind down and start doing kind of useless things, kind of like, just relaxing, watching TV, watching Netflix.
Well, that's your recovery period, I suppose, as well. So when you're sitting down for that long period of time during the day, when you get up and you move around, do you feel it, or like, how does your body feel after all that time?
I think I'm so used to it. My body doesn't really feel it. It's just a very normal day for me.
Okay.
But I try to kind of make up for it over the weekend, that I would just walk as much as I can with the girls in the buggy. I try, anytime because I know that my steps are really poor, I try to make it up anytime that I can think of.
Okay.
But when you're low on time, you don't really have that luxury to do that. So
I get you.
I think on the weekend, so you would see, if you steps on my watch, you will see like a peak or like a hike in Saturday and Sunday, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday will be very low.
And then when it comes to like your eating patterns and things like that, how is like do you eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or like everyone's different in how they kind of their nutritional habits and patterns? So I'm just wondering, how is that for you? And does it with the girls and then eating, do they eat the same type of food as you, or like how does that work with your nutritional diet?
Yeah, I try to eat healthy, but you also only live once.
This is true.
I don't really I don't care too much about, whether it's healthy or unhealthy. I have a general idea of like what you should eat, and I've always been told that I should eat more protein and drink more water, which I'm always actively trying to do, but it's just like once you don't remind yourself, you just forget about it.
Oh yeah.
In general, I'm pretty good with my breakfast. I just always prepare my breakfast, so it's usually eggs and then yogurt, Greek yogurt with granola.
Yeah.
So that would be kind of like a standard breakfast. So 2 boiled eggs and then yogurt and granola. And then lunch is the issue. So because I'm in work, sometimes if it's really busy, I just I don't eat like today I didn't eat lunch, but then I usually bring fruit like when I prepare breakfast in the morning because it's easy. So there would be apple, orange, and grapes throughout the day that I snack on. That kind of replaces.
How are the energy levels though? Did you not find?
Because I'm not moving that much, So it kind of because I'm not moving that much, so actually I feel fine. Like I don't really feel it, and then it's not like I'm not eating since 9. Like I'm snacking on like apple, orange, and just easy things. And then when I really do feel the hunger, like yesterday, I was feeling really hungry, so I just walked down to Jared's Deli to get a sandwich. And that made up my steps.
But do you know what? It's good, like you're thinking about it, so it's on the top of your mind. So it's not like you're totally unaware that you're not moving, but it's something that obviously you're time poor because you've got all these different things that you need to get done throughout the day. So like I can totally understand that. And how is it working with your sleeping pattern? Because obviously the girls probably go to bed earlier than you guys, and then you need a little bit of time to yourself. So do you feel like you get and you're rested when you wake up? Do you feel like you have energy, or?
I'm a very good sleeper and never had
That is literally the dream.
Never had any issue with sleep. So the girls usually go to bed at 8:30, and then I wouldn't go to bed until 10 or 10:30, sometimes 11. But like for as long as I can remember, I can function at my best with 6 hours of sleep.
Okay, right.
And I don't really know, like when you look at the sleep score in Fitbit, like when I have a day of 93 sleep score compared to a day where I had 82, I don't feel any difference.
I was going to say, do you feel
it's really weird. Like I just look at it, I was like, oh, okay, interesting.
Does that change your kind of perspective or your idea of, okay, maybe I didn't sleep as well, or?
No, it doesn't, because like I sleep, because like that's the thing, like whether it's really high or a bit low, I just, when I want to sleep, when I'm ready to sleep, I probably sleep within 5 minutes. Just like I lie down and I sleep, and then I think when I sleep, I just go into deep sleep, and I don't really wake up until my alarm.
Probably one of the very few people who do that. That's great.
Yeah, it's like I wake up when my alarm rings, or when the girls make fussy sounds. Like they still kind of cry at nighttime, where I have to wake up. But then that's the thing. Even if I have to wake up at say 1 or 2, I just kind of move over, walk maybe like less than 100 meters to their room, and then I lie down in the middle of the 2 girls, and then it doesn't take me long to fall back to sleep. It doesn't really disrupt my sleep, or I don't wake up feeling tired.
Okay, well that's obviously really important, because sleep is obviously a factor in all of this. Obviously we're here because you want to train and you want to feel better and stronger and fitter and all that kind of stuff. So I suppose now I'm going to ask you about your training. How long have you been training for? How many times a week do you train? And what do you like, what do you not like, and then kind of we'll talk about your goals and where you see yourself going then. So tell me about the training side of things.
Yeah, the history. Well, I think I started training myself, like going to the gym, maybe since I was 17, so when I was in university. So I was just kind of finding online program, just doing it myself. And then because at the time I didn't have any other commitments and there's nobody else that I need to take care of. So training back then meant doing something probably all the days of the week.
Okay.
And because I have all the time in the world.
Of course.
So I think that kind of lasted for until I had the girls, which is 4 years ago.
Right.
So I used to train, I would say 5 or 6 times per week. Just cardio, probably maybe 3 days, and then resistance training.
Yep.
A mixture of the two. But then ever since we had the girls, everything is about just moving. You know, it's like it became from having a goal or a number to chase, to just getting to the gym. Like, as long as you get to the gym, then I feel like it's a win. You know, like even if on the day where it was really chaotic in the morning and maybe the girls were crying or I couldn't leave on time to go to the gym and I maybe only have 20 minutes instead of 45. I usually spend 45 in the gym. I would still go, and then instead of doing everything, I might just do 2 exercises and then just leave. It's better. It's like what Rod said. It's better than nothing.
Well, this is it, and you seem quite motivated in the fact that you are still going to go, even if it's only a shorter period of time. Which a lot of people will be like, I'm just not going to go. I'll just do it tomorrow, and then that doesn't happen. So I think your awareness around being able to just get up and go, even though life has changed. You've a lot of probably priorities there with the 2 girls that obviously they're the most important thing in your life, but exercise is still part of who you are, and that's important that you feel like you're just getting there and you're moving even if you can't do a full session, which is great. And do you have any injuries?
No.
Okay.
The only thing though is after I had the girls, because of breastfeeding, I had a lot of issue with my neck and my back.
Oh yeah.
I think that kind of comes down to not being strong on the upper body part. So ever since I think maybe 2 years ago, that's when I started kind of focusing more about opening up my chest and then getting stronger on like my back muscles.
Yeah, your posterior chain.
Yeah.
Everything down the back of your body.
Yeah. So before the first 2 years of the girl's life, like I would say every 2 to 3 weeks there would be a pain like in my right shoulder or my left shoulder where it's not like painful to the point that you can't function. It's just like so uncomfortable that you just feel something off about it.
Yeah.
And then I saw physio, and then it never, and then acupuncture, but it never really improved. And then it just kind of, my worry was like, I think you're just not as strong, or you need to work on your back muscle more. And then so that's when I kind of started looking up exercises and following programs that kind of focus more on my weak parts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
And it's made a difference, I feel like.
Okay, so now you feel
year.
you're not getting as much pain or any pain anymore? Or?
I haven't felt it in, I would say, over a year.
Okay, great.
So yeah,
brilliant.
it's changed a lot.
Makes such a difference. Doesn't
Yeah,
it?
so strength training, you actually, you wouldn't think so much of it, but it's got everything to do with everything.
Okay, it does.
Yeah.
That's for sure. That's why we're here. So I suppose I want to talk to you about like your short-term goals and then like your medium and long-term goals. Obviously, it's a big question. You're like, oh gosh, straight away. But if you had to like have a think about, okay, what do I want to do like in the short term, the next say 3 months, and then maybe the next 6 months, and then kind of a longer-term goal. Would you have any idea of where you want to be? Like, you can say you don't know, that's totally fine. Obviously, we're going to be working together. But if it was something that I know, then I can we can work towards that together.
I think short term, I really want to have better posture. Because like the girls are getting older and bigger and heavier. So I tend to try not to hold them for too long.
Okay.
Like if they ask me to pick them up,
It must be pretty heavy at this stage.
I think they're around maybe 17 kg.
It's good kettlebell.
Yeah. So I just kind of find like the way that I hold them, I just hold them in very bad posture because like you would like try to use your hips to kind of offset the weight.
Yeah.
And then so it just kind of makes the whole alignment really awkward. So having better posture and then I guess getting stronger so that I can hold them for longer.
Yeah.
That would kind of go hand in hand.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So, and anything kind of longer term, what do you mean?
I think as I get more time back,
Yeah.
when the girls are getting older and older, I think it would be more performance focused, like get stronger.
Yes.
Like right now, I don't really. It's kind of like a good to have if you kind of lift heavier and
Yeah.
you get more chin ups and you bench more. It's good to have, but then down the line, I think that's what I want to go back on. You know, just like really focus on a number or have a goal so that you can chase it. I think right now to have that, it's just putting stress on things that I can't control.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Do you have much stress in your life? Obviously, like because you've got the girls, you've got work, you know, your family life, you're running a home, all that kind of stuff. Is there? You're laughing at me now. Is there no stress?
I think my personality, like I have a very nonchalant personality. Like I care about things, but then I can also turn it off.
Okay.
Once I'm like, say at work, 9 to 5. I care a lot about what I put out in my work, but once I'm off, I tend to not think about it, unless if something went horribly wrong.
Okay.
But then I say, like even if I'm stressed, I probably don't feel it.
Okay.
You know, people from the outside might think all the things that I'm doing is stressful, but then to me, it's just like for example, my husband Rory, like when I was away, when he was running the house, it was very stressful for him.
Yes.
Because he's not used to it, and
Yes.
he's not really. We have very different personality and different way of how our brains are kind of wired.
Yeah.
For me, it comes second nature. Like I don't need to think about it. And then for him, it's so stressful thinking about all the details and what to do. So I think we just don't.
So you can manage stress well. Basically.
I think so.
Okay, this is a good thing.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't, and they can't kind of do that. So that's really good.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of things I want to ask you. Like, do you find you're good at sticking to a goal? Like, say for instance, you're like, okay, well, I want to get to here. No, it doesn't have to be exercise related. It can be anything. But just I suppose, like, how do you feel about, you know, if you're set a task? Can you achieve it? Are you like focused on this, or does it kind of like
Very
what's your way? Okay, you're right. That's good. This is good. I like it.
If I said I was gonna do it, then and if I wrote out
Yeah.
a plan, I tend to stick with it.
Okay, great. That's very important. And would you feel like there's any barriers? Like, obviously you've got time constraints, and that's going to be a factor on like goals going forward when it comes to training. So, is there anything else, or like, do you have a support network around you that are there to help and support you and help you out if you need anything like that?
Yeah, I have a pretty good network. Yeah, friends and husband, and the girls are pretty good as well.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
They're just like most of the. I was saying 80, maybe 90% of the time they're like really good, and then there's that 10% of the time where they're just like normal 4-year-olds
Okay.
that are just chaotic.
That's human nature, though, isn't it? They're only 4.
It's good.
in
Yeah.
fairness. Okay, amazing. So I think we've gotten quite a lot out of that chat. So I suppose just to summarise on the points that you spend a lot of time sitting down, so you want to be able to move. You're under a bit of time pressure generally in your life, but you're very aware of the fact that you are sitting down quite a lot Monday to Friday. So that's a really good way to be, and I think a lot of people, you're ahead of the game there because you know that, and you actually actively during the weekends will go out and you'll move around a lot more. Again, with your posture, what we can do is that's going to give me a great idea of what we can work through then going forward in the sessions. I think for you as a parent, and obviously the girls are getting heavier by the day, we want you to be able to move well through all the main movement patterns, basically that we move through in the gym, but also in daily life. So all those things like squatting down to pick up something off the floor, or moving through a hinge if you're opening the cupboard door, all those kind of things, working through our core, that we can do that. I think that would be a really nice way to tie things in with your daily life as well. Great that you don't get stressed and that you sleep well, because recovery is so important, especially I think you're looking at probably maybe 2 sessions a week, so you'll have time to recover, but again, you've lots going on external to the gym, and there's a whole other world there, so it's trying to make sure that everything is tied together. But you seem like you're very on top of things and quite a determined person and very focused. So Ariel, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a program for you. Expectations as start as you need to go on. I think that's the best way forward. So you see, you're a very determined person, you're very focused from what I gather from the conversation that we've already had, and we've spent a little bit of time getting to know you and what you're about. So what I'll do is that when you're here, you're fully focused, and I think, yeah, I don't need to tell you that, I think that's I think you're going to work hard anyway throughout the session. But again, always ask me any questions. If something doesn't feel good, you know, we can change it up, but like communication between both of us, I think will be really important. Obviously there'll be moments throughout the sessions that you'll be like, I'm not really enjoying this is really hard, but obviously just for you to know that it's there, it's in the program for a reason to help you, whether it's your strength levels, the different movement patterns, maybe you struggle with something a little bit more. We're going to find out when we do a little bit of a test, a fitness test, and see how we go from there. So are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Great, okay, brilliant.
Okay.